Collaborative record.
Yeah.
And the man himself, the Dirty Rock boss, Sean Paul, is in the building. Actually in Jamaica, but still in the building.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, via internet. Give thanks for the time, bro. Give thanks for the time.
Sorry to wake. Mzuri sana. You still remember Swahili?
There you go.
A little bit,
yeah. Sorry to wake you up in the morning. How's your morning routine? Do you wake up, have breakfast, go for a jog, work out? What do you do in the morning?
You know, most of the time I'm touring for about 6 months out of the year, so every morning has been different. But nowadays, I'm the breakfast guy with the kids. You know how that goes. Yeah. So
I love that.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Actually, you are a dad. You've mentioned with your kids, your son Levy and your second child Remy as well. Now Remy was born,
Levi and Remy.
Yeah, Levi and Remy. Remy was born August 2019. I feel like Remy only knows quarantine life, only knows difficult corona life.
Somebody asked me yesterday, what was I gonna do when everything returns back to the way we should be?
Yeah.
And I said I'm gonna take her to a restaurant. She's never been.
Oh my God.
She's never been nowhere.
Wow.
All right.
Not even to Kentucky.
All right, so let's take it back a little bit. Thank you very much, first of all, for taking time out to speak to us. We're going to be speaking about, your new project, under your label. But a couple of years ago, you were in the 254, Kenya, right?
Yeah, man.
Any plans to come back, after the COVID thing is done? How's the relationship with other African countries? Let's just take it up from the genesis.
Yeah, man. I've been to 21 African countries, or probably a little more.
Wow.
The first country I stepped foot in 2003 was Kenya. So I have a very, very big place in my heart for Kenya. We did the show and was in the city, but then we also went and took a trip to Masai Mara and saw the greatness. You know what I mean? So, it's have a special place in my heart, and I'm definitely looking forward to come through. I haven't done enough. Only about 4 times in general have I ever been to Kenya, and I think it's 2 shows we've done. So the other 2 times I was just there. Well, yeah, big up Kenya, man. I'm coming through one of these days.
All right. For real.
Very excited to have you when you do stop by. Now, you talked about during your time in quarantine, you're a boring dad now who wakes up, breakfast with the kids, just chilling in the digs. What has it been like doing music? Because I cannot understand how man's like Sean Paul, very nice, cushy net worth, very nice house, 8 studio albums, fam. You've done the work. And then after quarantine, you say, I'm going to give you 2 albums in 1 year. What was happening? What was it like going into studio during quarantine? Were you bored and you ended up making so much music? Or what exactly happened?
Let me introduce the Malika boy. This is Malika boy.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Say, habari yenu.
Habari Levi.
Habari yako.
Habari. Sorry to say hello.
Levi.
So yeah, I've been creative because of these people. These people here, they're very hard at homeschooling. If you ever know about that, God be with you all.
No, it's true. Right? And you have 2 children now. College is very expensive, so keep making them albums.
Yes, man. That's a good plan. I was very scared of the COVID for about 5 months, so I didn't do anything. I have asthma.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see all the news reports, read all the reports, see all the conspiracy theories as well.
Yes.
And then I started to get a little bit more strength in my brain and say, all right, let's go to the studio. And that's the only place I really go other than my house studio.
I can imagine.
So
I didn't know that you were asthmatic. Oh my word. That's
yes.
Nobody would know actually up until coronavirus came. But I'm happy to see that you've been keeping safe and keeping busy with the boys. Now, live and living.
What?
Live and Living.
The title of the album.
Yeah, man.
Live and Living.
Live and Living. Live and Living.
So why that title, brother? Why that title? You know, 16 tracks, over 22 artists on that record. You know, you dropped it on your own label, Dirty Rock. Speak to us about the genesis, you know, of that project. You know, speak to us about it.
For a few reasons. The first one is that, you know, I was scared, and now I feel like, yo, I'm live and living, and it's a positive affirmation.
Yeah. That
if you are listening or streaming to this album or enjoying it for some way on YouTube or whatever, we are live and living, and that's an important thing to remember.
True.
Because of all these news, you know. Also, dancehall music, I wanted people to check back the pulse. We're a music that is definitely live and living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I wanted to show the unity in the dancehall community and work with everybody who I revere or I rate. You know what I mean? So everybody I worked with on the album are great talents. From Left Side, who is a great producer, a great artist, to Junior Gang, who's a great producer, great artist, to Suku from War 21 is a great producer, a great artist, to Serrani, he's a great producer, a great artist. Yeah. So, and everybody else I worked with on the album, you know, big up Bojo, big up Busy Signal, big up Squash, Intense, Skilly Bang, all of these people who are Massacre, everybody who I've worked with, I've been a fan of as well.
Yeah.
So me being, you know, this big icon for the genre, I still can be a fan, and I still want to work with these people, and we put this work out. Now this album, Live and Living, is more hardcore dancehall production. You know, it's real production from Jamaica, and just, you know, the fact that I've been here, I wanted to do work. You know.
Yeah. So maybe just to jump, a lot of veteran artists or people who have been in the business like you for a hot minute claim say that, you know, this young artist is very, very hard to work with the young cats. How was it working with the Skilly Bang them, you know, the Massacre them, you know, one of the, you know, some great lyricists, young lyricists coming out of Jamaica. So did you just call them like, yo, Massacre, we need you on a rhythm, we need you on a track, or you just had to drive, you had to entice? Like, how was it working with these young cats especially?
Yeah, calling up everybody was pretty easy. What was hard for me was the red tape with the lawyers and the managers after that. for me to be a record executive now, I'm learning these things.
Right.
But yeah, it was pretty cool to be able to call up people who I respect, and some of them I've had a great relationship with, like Mavado or Serrani, Left Side. All of these people I'm friends with, you know. So it was pretty easy to do that. We chill in the studio, we make music happen, you know. Big up to Ching Ching on the album, Sota Bless also on the album. Yeah, a lot of dope MCs who I really rate. Bugle is on the album.
Yes.
Great vibes.
Yeah.
Now, you've spoken, obviously, you worked with Mavado, Bugle, like you mentioned, Busy. But in your life, I mean, you have collaborations with Major Lazer, Beyonce, like anybody that's anybody in the music business. So I wondered to myself, is there anyone Sean Paul really wants to collaborate with that he hasn't gotten a chance to? Because I feel like you've worked with almost everybody.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of people still, you know, I mean, I'm inspired by music, and so to think out the box sometimes is what I try to do. And I've liked a young lady's music called Billie Eilish.
Yes,
she's very different for me, and I think that me and her could make some different music. Also, a band called 21 Pilots is our next band that's out the box that I think me and them could make some good music. Other than that, I can tell you that I'm putting together a single for another project with Afrobeat. You know, I've been looking towards doing songs with Tiwa Savage. I'm a fan of her, and we're trying to find the right song. You know.
Wait. Is this a Vibes Radio exclusive? Have you said this anywhere else?
Actually, probably no.
Yeah, that's what we love to hear. It's a Vibes Radio exclusive right here. Sean Paul and Afrobeats coming soon. You're welcome.
Yeah, man. I'm big up Stoneboy. Big up Stoneboy on the album too. He's the only person from outside of Jamaica that's on this album. So yeah, big up Ghana, big up Stoneboy. You know what I mean?
That's a big deal.
So, G, we don't see a lot of collaborations when it comes to dancehall, you know, even apart from rhythms, you know, but just artists, 1-2 collaborations is very hard. But this album, you know, like broke off that, if I may say. So why do you think there's not a lot of dancehall collaborations in Jamaica? Just in general, like, you know, you can find Rick Ross on the same record with DJ Khaled, with 21 Savage, with like Migos, everybody's on one record. But to find, for example, you know, Bonty, Beanie, Sean Paul, Vibes Cartel on a record is kind of hard. But at least with this album of yours, you try to like put in Wolipa artists, you know, on one track and just on the full project. So why is it a problem, you know, for Jamaican dancehall artists to work together?
I agree with you. And every time I speak with Buju Banton or Shaggy or Junior Gang, in the conversation it comes up, we don't do enough collabs, you know, we don't do enough touring together. And so this is my effort to try to be the change that I want to see in the universe, especially my own community. I mean, you know, sometimes people have egos, sometimes, you know, we're a small island, so it's kind of, we're always competing. And that's why we clash so much. And I think creative competition is very important and very good. But once we get into more and more clashes, over the years, the clashes have become derogatory. And, you know, they're talking about each other's mother and each other's children in the songs. And to me, it's just wrong, you know. So I wanted to, as I said, bring the peace, show the unity in the dancehall community, and just go out on a limb and bring a lot of different talents together. And people said to me, you know, you're the only person that can do that. And then I said to them back, well, that's the reason why I have to do that. You know what I mean? I want to lead by example and just lead in the vibes. You know, there's a lot of you know, what can I say? A lot of negativity that surrounds certain parts of the music. So I'm just trying to bring back some, or shed some positive light on the great ones, you know. Big up Assassin on the album. Yeah.
So I also wanted to know, you have 16 tracks on this project. What's your favorite? Then you also released it under Dirty Rock, your own label. Is this the first project you're putting out on your label? And what's the difference, you know, with being signed to a major label that is distributing your works and things like that? Vice versa, just putting it out with your own, you know, budget, your own label.
The difference is I have more control. You know, songs like Guns of Navarone would have probably never been shot a video of. It would have been tucked away on an album. So for me, it was important to show the visuals, and important to work with the great poet Muta Baruka, the great philosopher, and put him on this track. Things like that is more control for me, and I'm very happy about doing that. We've put out a project before, which was Ching Ching's album a couple years ago. It's called Turning Tables. And he's streamed 12 million since with that album, and I'm very proud of it. It's a big win for him, big win for my label, and for the genre in general, for younger artists to know that, you know, they can come from a place where people just don't think much of them, and they can make a lot happen in their own lives and for people around them. So big up to Ching Ching, and that's the first album we put out, and that gave me the idea that, you know, let me put this project together, and then things just kind of happen with the timing, it being this pandemic, and I have enough time to do it. So good vibes.
Now, as an artist, obviously you've been in the industry, you know, for over 20-25 years. We're not trying to say you're old, we're trying to say you're experienced.
I'm mature.
Yeah, exactly, you're real mature. And so now with your own label, with Dirty Rock, are there some things you're doing differently? Probably some experiences you had when you were working with other labels that you didn't think were right, or you wanted to do things differently under Dirty Rock as an executive now? What would you say you're doing differently?
Oh, one thing is I'm not, you know, when I signed Ching Ching, I haven't signed him to make money. He's still being managed by Unruly Camp.
Right.
So when he does a show or a dub plate or a song, I don't really collect anything from that. I'm here to put out albums for him. And I think that a lot of the time, even though people say that owning your masters is the best thing, sometimes getting a little bit more of your masters is also a great thing, and that's what I've been doing with these with these productions and these artists. It's kind of unconventional, and the way I'm putting out music a lot too, very more fast paced. It's kind of like an independent thing, which I am an independent label at this point. So yeah.
I like that.
Little bit of
Congratulations.
differences.
Yeah, a little bit of difference. And you're not blocking your artists' blessings. You're allowing them to do
No,
that,
man.
which I love.
I try to live my life where I give energy to people, and I try not to take any energy from them. You know what I mean?
That. Now, you spoke about social media. And you spoke about, you know, the role that music is now playing in social media. You know, you have so many songs that are going wildly viral on TikTok, on Instagram, just after coming out, because they're catchy, they work together with the reel, they make us look nice when we change our clothes. And, you know, you threw a challenge towards the social media platforms and Jamaican artists to focus more, to highlight more, to pay attention to such. I think Justin Bieber has a new song, Peaches, and it's already irritating everybody because it's playing everywhere. So with your new album, should we expect more Instagram friendly music? Did you think about social media when you were putting it together?
Not really when I was putting it together. After the project is done, we kind of look and say, oh, this song named Boom with Busy Signal would do good on TikTok. Let's see what happens there. You know, different little ideas like that was done after the project. So I never really do it in mind, keep it in mind when I'm doing the song. I just let the song be free and say what it wants to be. And then I'll try to attach the TikToks and the Instagrams and the Twitters and all of that stuff.
Everything after. Well, I put up a reel today with your song No Lie with Dua Lipa, so you're gonna see that on Instagram. I put it up just before. We were having a lot of fun in studio, and Heno and I are gonna make one for Boom as well. You have that promise.
Love that, love that.
All right, so back to the music. I read somewhere, or I heard somewhere, after this project you'll be working on 100% one drop project.
Yeah.
We are suckers for one drop. We love the one drops. And you already put out a single called Chronicles, I think by Baby G. Produced by Baby G. So when are we receiving this full body of one drop project for a man like Sean Paul?
I have to do the work. That's something that I haven't done yet. You know, as I said, this year I'm releasing 2 albums. One is out now. It's called Live and Living, and the next one is called Scorcher, which I'm gonna start releasing singles from in the end of May. Those 2 projects are dancehall. Live and Living is heavy dancehall production. The other one is a more international approach to dancehall production and different people on that album. I'll talk about that soon. But when I did Chronicles, it's just a brethren, you know, Baby G is King Jammy's son. And they really have the right, you know, method of building the authentic reggae rhythms for me, you know what I mean? So when he presented me the rhythm, I was like, damn, this is crazy. And start flowing all over it. And, you know, people love to hear me on that type of rhythm. So, you know, I'm still in love with Sasha, or even like a Hot Sexy Punky, or Hold My Hand. All of these rhythms are one drop. Yeah, one drop rhythms. So it reminded me of it a lot. And I wanted to put together a whole project. So I'm going to do that. However, on the next album, I do have a big reggae one-drop song on the Scorcher album. It's called Light My Fire, and it features Gwen Stefani and Shensia in the one song. It's gonna be. We are blended. We are bridged together.
That's all blended. That's blended. That's blended right there. That's like my entire childhood in one song. Sean Paul and Gwen Stefani, and you sprinkle some Shensia on there.
So King, how do you manage, you know, to stay humble, you know, and because when you linked Destin for your interview, for your conversation, you know, she was like, you know, Sean Paul agreed for the interview. So how, after all these accolades, you know,
You're
selling
so
albums, touring the whole world, almost the whole world, how do you manage to just keep it cool and stay humble, you know, and keep time and do such interviews and have such conversations?
You know, my family is very close with me. My brother, he's part of my management team, produces with me also. My mom's a very wise woman. She, you know, my wife is also very wise and understanding. They all keep me grounded. My kids, and then personally, I was 24 when my first song started to come out.
Right.
So I knew who I was. You know, a lot of people, especially in the modern day, or I would say in dancehall genre as well, we start young. And when you're young and people start calling you for shows, and people start calling you for, you know, who never used to call you, and the hypocrites start saying, hey, what's up, bro? I'm your friend. Remember when we did this and that? And you don't remember none of that. But when that starts happening as a younger kid, you can get confused, you know, and misguided. And so for me, I really knew who I was, you know, and I give thanks to God for that. You know, there's a lot of people in the business that they're just there for themselves. So they might pose as a friend, but I was able to sift out those people and know that they're not really showing me anything that adds to my story. It's only about them. So after a while, you get to kind of be a grounded person because of that. And also, you know, I know about Kenya as well, but Jamaica is as they call it, a third world country.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of suffering here, a lot of people, you know, in need. And so that's why, for me, I'm especially humble because I've been blessed by God, and you know, I just want to be able to help people. And that's how I keep inspired as well, bro. Being able to help. Now, I've been in the game over 20 years, as I said. And, you know, if I don't help people, it's like being the salt without the saltiness. You're just dirt, you know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, you have to have a purpose.
Any advice to the young cats coming out, you know, African, Kenyan artists, you know, Jamaican artists coming out, you know, like I said, you have been in the business for a hot minute, you have known how to maneuver around, you know, you have known how to stay humble and, you know, make the right phone calls, you know, make the right move. So any advice that you want to tell, you know, the artists them who are tuned in, especially Kenyan artists who are listening right now?
Yeah, man. I would say that you know, humbleness carries you a long way in the biz. That's one thing. But I also want the younger artists to dig deep. You know, the art is about your heart. It's about what's here. It's not about what other people think. You know, so do it from the heart. Don't think about the money and the girls and the parties and the cars and all of that yet. You know, those things will come. Honestly, music is for everyone to enjoy, and it's to bring people together. So that's the part that you must pay attention to at first. For me, if you're a young artist and you are thinking about too much of the other shiny things, it misleads you. You know what I mean? So please come from the heart with it, and do justice to the history of the music. For people who want to do reggae and dancehall, you know, remember Bob Marley, remember people like Peter Tosh, remember Toots Hibbert, God rest his soul. You know what I mean? Remember these people that put in so much work for us, and that you know, paved a great highway for us. Respect that. You have to respect the elders.
For real.
No?
Very true, 100%. Now, Sean Paul, rumor has it that you moved into a new house just before Corona started. Are you guys okay? Were you able to get furniture and everything before the pandemic started? Are y'all good?
It's actually a longer story than that. It's more like 6 years being built in Jamaica. The construction is crazy, and also when I was going away a lot, so a lot of things stopped when I went away.
True.
So I moved in about a year or so before the whole pandemic. So yes, we have furniture and.
Oh, great! Is Jody happy? Who is into? Who decides what the furniture is gonna look like? I want a teal wall. I want a white wall. I want black curtains. Yeah. Who makes the decisions?
I definitely left that up to the boss, and I left it up to the boss. I had some conversations, but to me, it's for them. It's for my family. You know, I'm not too keen when the architect is asking me, you have to pick your doors. I said, what? I never looked at the door before. I never looked at the door and said, this door is nice.
I like this door.
I just want the door to lock me in or shut people out. You know?
Oh my gosh.
So I left the decoration to the wife.
No,
sure.
I mean, I'm sure you're happy with her work because you were stuck in that house.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you were happy with
Definitely.
everything that happened. Now, during quarantine, did you pick up a new habit? You know, some people obviously still doing work. Some people started painting or doing yoga, you know, maybe redecorating the house or any of that. What did Sean Paul get up to? Or was it just homeschool with Levi and Remy?
You know, homeschooling was a crazy, terrible thing. But also, I tried to, since we had so much time on our hands, I tried to make two things. I tried to make noni juice, right? Okay. And I also tried to make ginger beer. So the noni juice, you cut up the fruit, the noni, and you leave it in a glass container or like a plastic bag for 3 months. And the other thing, the ginger beer, is about 2 weeks. So I'll tell you that the ginger beer came out very sour because I used too much orange peel in the thing.
Okay.
And then the noni juice. Yeah. It made me go to the bathroom forever. So I don't think I was good at none of them. I need
at least you tried though.
Somebody who knows about the herbs and the bushes to teach me.
At least you tried though.
No, it's good that you try. It's good. Try the ginger beer again now that you know about the orange peels.
Yeah.
When you're doing promo for Scorcher, you come back and then you tell us whether it worked out.
All right, we'll do.
All right, so before we let you leave, you have to kindly speak about, you know, the violence that we see against women in Jamaica, the same thing we are facing here in the country. You know, as a father, as a parent, you know, as a Jamaican citizen, as a world citizen, what are your thoughts regarding that? Because of course, you know, it's not cool and we don't support it. You know, we have to love our empress them, we have to love our women them. So it's really rampant in Jamaica. What's happening?
Bro, I can't speak for the people who are doing these things. I can just say it saddens me deeply, and I want to say to the women, I'm sorry that you feel that you can't trust no man right now. That's not how me grow up, and it's not how I want any woman around me to feel. My mom, my wife, my daughter, my cousin, you know, my aunt, you know, and extended, all of my sisters. It's something that I've always had a great respect for, women's power. You know, the power of their mentals, what they add to me as a man, even if it's no, even if it's, you can't do that now, bro. That is something that I respect from a woman. And so I'm at a loss for words when it comes on to people who feel, or men who feel that they must totally dominate a next human being. And even take the life of. It's sad, you know, women are the mother of us all, the mother of the earth. And for me, it's definitely a no-no now. It's something that we have to look into our psychology of how we grow up our kids. Yeah. And I really do believe that there's not enough proper fathers. Because for years I know women in Jamaica are getting better jobs. Yeah. You know, the men are not getting as much of the jobs or wanting to kind of do things that are kind of easier to get the money flow. So I think that has a lot to do with it, the instant gratification of you know, not doing much and getting a lot of money. Yeah. And then also even the younger men growing up now, it's a hard problem for millennials where everything is a touch and go society. You can touch, put something to your phone, or it's instant. And so not everything in life is instant. I just want these dudes to know there's things that you have to work on. There's fights that you have to fight with the Lord, with yourself. It's not everything that's going to be, you know, given to you that easily. Now I know that there's systematic racism around the world. Yeah. And that's probably led black men to feel that they are old. I understand that feeling. I definitely do understand that feeling. But you can't take this out on your women. You cannot take this out on your women, because what you're practicing and what you're starting is a genocide. You know what I mean? Big up to every woman who has felt persecuted. You know, I just want them to know that me personally find everything about ladies beautiful. And so, and there's many different types and species, as I would say. So big up all the ladies. There's so much that you add to my life. And I just hope that younger people, younger men can kind of listen to what I'm saying and understand that there's so much that a woman can add to your life, even when she tells you no, even when she walks out of your life. I've been strengthened by women breaking my heart and leaving me. I didn't feel, I've been strengthened. I've become more of a real man, and I understand that there's there's things in life that you just have to face in that way.
True.
And I feel that some of these dudes are not used to that feeling, or they don't want that feeling. And honestly, bro, if you want good, you have to sweat. Sometimes you gotta have the sweat, blood, sweat, and tears, and you will find what is the greatest thing for you. You know what I mean? Some people, some man have 1 and 2, and some man have 3 and 4. But you have to kind of look at women as the nucleus of family, the nucleus of humanity, man. So. Yeah. So
before we let you leave, continue with the rest of your day, I want to know, yes, the sunglasses, them, brother. Like, do you sleep with them? Can we see your eyes?
I feel like Sean Paul sleeps with his sunglasses on. They never come off.
I've never seen you without your sunglasses.
I think there's like 2 pictures in the world.
On tour, I do sleep with them on because on tour, but the sun come hit you. I do sleep with them on, but I can take them off now. I probably have very sleepy eyes.
You look alright. You look alright. Sean Paul. Hey. Now people will believe that it was you. You were here. We were only asking to remove the
It's not a robot.
Some people believe us, guys. It's true. It's actually him. Thank you so much for coming through, and thank you for saying that. I've never heard that statement before. So sorry to all women because they can't trust men right now. That's not a thing that a lot of men are saying, and we really appreciate it. One last thing for me. What is Levy and Remy's least favorite song of Sean Paul?
Oh, wow. So right now, Remy's the dancer. Any song that plays, if it's mine or anybody else.
She's just on it.
She's moving. And then Levi is showing promise to be an artist. He likes to play the drum.
Oh, nice.
Plays around with a little guitar.
Yeah.
He sings. He remembers lyrics. Very good little dude in that respect. So, whatever they want to do in life, I allow them to do. I won't push them into anything. I asked him 2 days ago, what do you want to do when you grow up? He said, I want to be a police because I like blue. I don't know. So yeah.
All right, King.
It is what it is.
Thank you very much for passing through. We're gonna be playing Boom, Sean Paul featuring Busy Signal. So we're gonna introduce that song to all the massive then. But before that, just parting short, and when you drop the Scorcher album, definitely pass through on the show.
You gotta come again.
Give us some little bit
of
exclusive.
Bro, I definitely will.
You know what I mean?
Definitely will.
You gotta come again.
I definitely will. On that album, I have, as I said, Gwen Stefani and Shensia and One Lovers rock song.
Yeah.
I got Sia on that album.
Oh.
I have people like Junior Gang and Nicky Jam on the album.
Wow.
Yeah, Jada Kingdom is on the album.
Yes! We were talking about
G's on the album.
Yes!
Yeah, bro.
Oh my God, this is so exciting.
Again, bro.
Mad. So any parting shot, we don't want to say last words, but what do you have to say to the Vibes Nation, the audience tune in, the Kenyan massive them, the Sean Paul fans them right here, so? Yeah,
Vibes Nation, Jamaica has had a symbiotic relationship with Africa in general, where we've incorporated the drums and certain sounds into our music that became reggae and became dancehall. And so right now, I'm loving what Afrobeat music is doing and the whole vibe. So let's continue that relationship more and more. Also, Kenya, we are always called a third world country, Jamaica. And same thing, I think, with Kenya. So I just want to big you up and let you know that you are first class to me. We must always keep striving and notice the positive things in the negative times. We must see the dark, the light that's in the dark. And I just want to say, appreciate you all, Kenya. Enough love.
All right. Kindly introduce to us as we press play on Boom, Busy Signal, and Sean Paul. Take it away, King.
Bless them when there ain't no stress, then you don't know there ain't no second guess. And this is Sean Paul, right here on the Vibes Radio, locking it down. And this song is called Boom, featuring Busy Signal, the first single off my album Live and Living. Hey yo, Kenya, Listen, no.
Bop, 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 bop. Thank you very much, King, for your time. Blessed love, yeah?
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you for the time. Appreciate
Respect, respect.
No love, no love.
Catch the vibes on air and online.